All right, welcome everybody to the HCII 25th celebration. I am Jodi Forlizzi. I'm the Geschke director and a professor here in the HCI Institute, and I am so excited to welcome you for the next 25 hours. And what a better way to start than to introduce our new dean, Marshall Hebert. He has a few remarks to welcome us.
Thank you, Jodi. How is everybody? This is an amazing setup, by the way. I've been here a very long time, and I can tell you I have never seen this atrium looking like this, especially this screen. I love it. We should do this again. So welcome to everybody. Welcome to the student, faculty, alumni, and staff of the HCI for this celebration. As Jodi mentioned, I started as dean recently. I don't know until what time I can say new dean, when I need to start. But it's been 2 months and 10 days, but who's counting? And let me just say one thing about how the HCI fits in the school and what it means to the school. There are 3 things that are really special, I think, about the School of Computer Science. The first one is the approach we take to a very broad coverage of what we define as computer science of computing. The second one is this pipeline from the most basic fundamental scholarly research all the way to applications that matter in the real world. And the third one is to always thrive to create completely new discipline by merging what we do in computer science with other domains to create an entirely new field of research. And HCII is a shining example of all of those 3 points. This is basically a unique experiment in bringing together folks from fields as diverse as computing, social sciences, psychology, etc. This is a unique experience in designing a whole set of new educational programs, degrees, essentially a new research field. So in that sense, it's a shining example of what we've been trying to do in the School of Computer Science since its creation. Moving forward, we are trying to do the same thing with many other domains, working with the School of Business, working even with the arts, working with engineering, in shaping those new fields. And HCI is the example that we will follow in doing this. So this is a fantastic day, a fantastic opportunity to celebrate the success of HCI. And again, welcome everybody to those 25 hours, to be precise, of celebration. I know you will have a great time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Marshall. So the HCI is turning 25, and I am turning 2 as the director. So I want to welcome you to the next 25 hours of panels, videos, celebrations, meals, and ample time for conversation. You'll meet new people, reflect on our history, hear what we've been up to, tour our labs, and learn a little bit about our future vision. And first of all, I want to give a huge thank you to our planning committee. All of our staff worked tirelessly on this event, but especially Julie Banks, Karen Burnson, Marion D'Amico, Karen Harlan, Maddie Koster, Ryan Reese, Jessica Stanley, Diana Rotondo, and Carolyn Stumpf. And as I said, we conceived of this almost a year ago, and we've been working hard to plan and do this. And it would be impossible to be here without everyone's assistance, so let's give them a round of applause. So the HCII's mission is to advance society through the design, development, and study of computing in all aspects of life. And as of today, we have 34 full-time faculty, 7 adjuncts, 34 postdocs and tech staff, 64 PhD students, 120 master's students over all our programs, 252 undergrads in the second major and minor, and most importantly, 31 noted fellows in prestigious academies, including CHI and IEEE, and that is phenomenal. People are the reason behind everything we do. And so first, I'd like to take a few minutes to welcome new staff and faculty that you may have not met since your last visit to campus. We have many new technical staff, including Mohammed Al-Baraki, Rofin Andanasi, Brad Brenelson, Julina Coupland, Gal Flessick, Nicholas Hageman, Isadora Kreck, Brian Learn, Mudar Mamari, Ann Pierce, Rutan Wang, and Ann Z, and probably others who I have forgotten to add on my slide. These people keep research happening the way it does at the HCII. We have some great new support staff on deck. Nancy Beatty and Eric Davidson are our new administrative support staff. Andrea Nesson is our new undergraduate coordinator. She's doing a great job, and she has her hands full. And Maddie Koster, the best temp ever, who does everything behind the scenes for everyone. Welcome to all. We also have some people, familiar faces in new roles. We have Jill Lehman, who joined us as a senior project scientist after hanging out here for a year, helping us out behind the scenes and deciding that HCII was the place to be. We have Jessica Stanley, who previously supported Anin Day as director, is now our engagement manager, building relationships with alumni and corporations across the world. And we have Skip Shelley, who was formerly teaching faculty, who has taken on a new role of the director of the HCII. We are glad to have these people in new places. We had a great hiring spree in 2018 and 2019, and I'd like to introduce those people now. Raylin Musaraka joined us as an assistant teaching professor, bringing expertise as a researcher and strategist with more than 20 years of experience, helping companies develop a deep understanding of their customers through human-centered research and design. And she's worked hard on our core HCI course, most notably UCER, User-Centered Research and Evaluation, which is a huge course with many moving pieces, and she's done a huge job managing this in her first year. Adam Pereira joined us as an assistant research professor, and he had been working for us teaching some visualization courses, and he now brings his expertise in data visualization and machine learning to our faculty. Adam has deep expertise in creating visual interactive systems for clinical data, medical informatics, and patient-facing healthcare systems. And Paul Pangaro joined us as a professor of the practice last year, and he's a technology executive, professor of cybernetics, entrepreneur, and performer who brings his expertise in both teaching and research in the HCII. So welcome to all of you. We have a lot of new tenure-track faculty coming over the next 2 years. We have newly on board Patrick Carrington, who joined us as an assistant professor after completing a postdoc here with Jeff Bigham. And Patrick studies accessibility and computer science. He builds wearable and assistive technologies to support empowerment, independence, and improve quality of life. We have Sarah Fox, who joined us as a presidential postdoc fellow, and she'll transition to an assistant professor next year. And she's a design researcher who looks at how technology changes social structures and how we can build new systems to suggest alternatives and improve the current state. Hiro Shirado also joined us as a new assistant professor, and he is a sociologist by training, and he explores social networks and how social fluidity occurs between humans, machines, and AI systems. And Hai Zhu has joined us again. She was a PhD student here, and she is now an assistant professor who returns to CMU after spending time on the faculty at University of Minnesota. And Hai's research uses organizational theory to produce insights on how to effectively manage and coordinate human activities in large online platforms. And she's also creating some really innovative AI algorithms and systems to support collaboration at massive scale. So welcome to all of you. But wait, there's more. We have more people coming in the next year. Starting in January 2020, we'll have Nick Martellaro, who will join us as an assistant professor, and he's so excited that he's already here. And he is a design researcher who studies design for autonomous systems, design methodology, product design, and human-robot interaction. And Nick is the jack of all trades. He has expertise in mechanical engineering, mechatronics, and product design methods, and he will deepen our design expertise even more. We have Motahari Eslami joining us in September 2020, and she is currently doing a one-year postdoc at Facebook, and she'll deepen our skills in human-computer interaction, social computing, and data mining to investigate users' behavior around opaque algorithms and redesigning them to offer more informed, more satisfying, and more engaging interaction. And last not least, we have Dominic Moritz joining us in September 2020. He's currently doing a one-year postdoc at Apple, and he will deepen our technical expertise with his research and development of scalable systems for visualization and analysis. So a great corpus of people. Welcome to all. And we continue to win awards, faculty, staff, and students, at such a pace that I can't mention them all, and their hard work raises awareness of what we do at the HCII and reaffirms our excellence and rigor as core values in what we do. So Bobby Klatsky is a force. In the past year, she's received 2 prestigious awards. She is a James McKean Cattell Fellow in the Association for Psychological Science, and she also became an IEEE Fellow. Congratulations, Bobby. Sarah Kiesler continues to make the HCII proud. This year, she was inducted into the National Academy of Engineering, no small feat for a social psychologist, and the Academy of Arts and Sciences, and she was also named a university professor. So way to go, Sarah. We are so proud to have Carolyn Rosé also representing the HCII. This year, Carolyn was named a Fellow of the International Society of Learning Sciences, and she was also named an IEEE senior member. So way to go, Carolyn. Additionally, John Zimmerman was inducted into the Chi Academy this year. He's the 8th faculty member in the HCII since its inception in 1998. And in addition, several of our alumni have been named to this prestigious academy. So congratulations to all of you. Also of significance, Mayor Bill Peduto declared Jim Morris Day in Pittsburgh. So what a great honor for our former dean, former faculty member, and co-founder who will be leading a panel at 1:30 on the history of the HCII, so stay tuned. So our faculty, through their work, continue to push the boundaries of our discipline and the impact it has on society. This year, Dan Sawarek, also a co-founder and former director of the HCII, graduated his 62nd PhD student. Way to go, Dan. Brad Myers was signified for co-authoring one of the most influential papers of all time at the Visual Languages and Human-Centric Computing Symposium on how designers design and program interactive behaviors. And that really, I think, is representative of what we do at the HCII. Congratulations, Brad. And Linning Yao co-founded the first ACM Symposium on Computational Fabrication, which brought together experts from academia and industry who develop and use computational tools for the creation of physical things. Congratulations, Linning. We are also making many creative contributions in the world. So Jessica Hammer, who is a faculty member in the HCII and the Entertainment Technology Center, along with her collaborator Moira Turkington, developed a game called Rosenstrasse, which situates a player in Berlin in 1943 during a women's protest of Nazi Germany. This game has won many awards, raised $25,000 on Kickstarter, and was demonstrated at the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum. Karen Bernstein co-authored a chapter in the recently released book Bauhaus Futures, which contains essays, photo essays, interviews, and manifestos that explore the varied legacies and futures of the Bauhaus. And Paul Pangaro created Colloquy 2018, a really cool project that reproduces Gordon Pask's seminal interactive gallery work called Colloquy of Mobiles, which was originally created for the Cybernetic Serendipity exhibit at the Institute of Contemporary Arts in London in 1968. Colloquy 2018 is going to be displayed at the Centre Pompidou in Paris in the near future. So congratulations on all these creative endeavors. We're also developing a lot of innovative spin-outs and startups. So Jason Hong's Wombat Technologies was acquired by Proofpoint. Chris Harrison's Keekso has had its machine learning-powered software installed on over 220 million smartphones. Nikki Couture is growing the Center for Knowledge Acceleration and launching Fuse, a plugin that helps us make sense of the internet. Jeff Bigham started the Accessibility and Machine Learning Research Group at Apple Pittsburgh, and Amy Ogan is founded Allo Alphabet, a voice-based French literacy program for basic phones. So we're also very innovative in the work that we do. I wish that I could name all the prestigious accomplishments of our VIP and alumni. I think I would need another 25 years for that, so I'm just going to tell you about a few people who are going to be here. Well, Santosh is not going to be here, but he was one of the first of our over 1,000 Masters of HCII graduates back in 2000. And he liked the HCII so much that he came back and got his PhD in HCII in 2004, and he worked with Ken Kadinger, and he's currently an engineering fellow at Honeywell Labs. We are excited to welcome Julian Missig back to Pittsburgh. He received his MHCI in 2007. He's currently a design manager at Apple, and he has 56 patents issued in his name. And his design expertise has impacted a whole host of Apple products, including the iPad Pro, the iPhone X, True Tone Display, Sidecar, and lots of others. And he's also built this really cool house that was in Dwell magazine. So welcome back, Julian. And we'll also be featuring John Kolko, who received his MHCI in 2000. He is a very, very famous interaction designer who founded the Austin Center for Design, which is now considered one of the top places to learn design in the US. And he's written 6 books on different aspects of design. And he recently started a design studio in Austin. And we'll be hearing from Julian and John over the next few hours. So we are excited to see our many new alumni, and we are excited to keep in touch with you all year round. We are raising capstone dollars and doing industry projects all over the world. Our capstone engagement team, Jessica Stanley and Skip Shelley, should be recognized for the earliest clients ever signed to the Masters of HCI. We already have 4 companies in line for the next academic year: Bloomberg, Honda, NASA, and Zazzle. So thanks to you. We are starting new programs in the HCII. You may or may not know that some of our new programs include a Master's of Product Management joint with the business school, now in its 2nd year. It provides people with expertise in computer science with the competencies needed to manage digital products. We are also rolling out in 2020 a major, undergraduate major in HCI. This has been led by Vincent 11. We're so excited. It's going to complement already the most popular minor on campus, which is the minor in HCI. And this program will be run in the School of Computer Science, so we'll be servicing technical students, but we'll also be servicing human science and designers through our minor and concentration. And also over the past year, we've been working to develop content for executive ed, which we plan to roll out in 2020 through workshops, in-person sessions, and online sessions. So now it's time to celebrate. Go forth and have fun. We have a box lunch, and at 1:30 we'll reconvene here for the panel on the history of HCII. So welcome everybody, and thank you.